Well, hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you find us here. It is July of 2020, and a lot is happening right now. As always, we would like to um, try to provide something here that is not only will help us in us just sort of grounding and rooting into our experience in the moment, but also you, if you so choose. So um, we are going to be using a glass of water, however you choose to fill that, maybe leaving a little room in it. So why don't you go ahead and pause now and get that, and then we'll meet you back here when you have your glass of water. So basically what we're going to do is we are just going to just use our senses to figure out and discover what is happening with this glass of water and our interaction with it, and that's it. So let's just get comfortable in our seat, and when it feels right, after maybe some breathing, begin to get curious about our glass of water. Do you find you want to pick it up immediately, or do you want to take some time with it and just maybe touch it? If you pick it up, maybe noticing the weight. Maybe noticing how the light catches the surface of the water. What happens when you move it? Noticing the feeling of the temperature of the water and the glass itself. And do you find places in your body that would like to make contact with that coolness? And how does that contact feel? You may want to gently tap on the glass to get some noise. You may find that you're wanting a drink of water, or you may find that you'd like to play a little bit in the water with your fingers, whatever feels right. Really just exploring. And so we invite you to explore with this water for as long as you're interested. And there's a lot that can be done with a little glass of water. I will go ahead and give you the writing prompt, and then the permission to to experience however you need to experience this time after the writing prompt. You may want to continue with the water, or you may want to scribble a little, or just go right into your book or whatever you're working on. The question for today is, what happens when I take the time to notice my surroundings? And we will meet you back here in just a little bit. All right, so we're back. How was it for you, Sarah?
Well, what I thought about with the water was this quote that I recently discovered. And I'm finding in this new journal that I'm working in is that all the words and quotes and stuff I've written and articles I've saved, this seems to be the repository for it. So I got this quote from Brother David. It came yesterday: when you can't go far, you go deep. And you know, I've struggled. I kind of resisted using quotes and all. I don't know. I mean, I've been lost, just been sort of lost starting a new thing. But, you know, taking the time to explore something as simple as a glass of water. The simplicity of this quote, that's what moved me, you know, in so few words. And I've got bags of words. I mean, so, and that's how today felt. You know, I think I've been struggling with trying to find, well, resisting putting my words in, because words get such bad press because they're from your head. But it has been the last 25 years of my life, saving this stuff and accumulating it. And I don't think I thought that it was part of finding how to distill it all down to some meaningful thing. But it's been satisfying to cut stuff up and glue it in. It's been satisfying to do almost like the exploring the water. It's that simple. Just can I glue it down? Can I paint around it? Can I keep moving and not get caught in reading the words and not get caught in what's worth saving, what's worth, you know, how much that takes me away from being present for the moment, or present for what's right here in front of me. Is when I go up in my head and have to judge it, like, why are we exploring a glass of water?
Yeah. Well, similarly for me, I find that when I do something simple like that, like exploring a glass of water, and it can be, that's just an example, whatever is in front of you, like whatever your surroundings are, how well it grounds me, because I have been in my head all of my life, where that was my safe spot. That was how I grounded. And to be able to look and explore a glass of water, or look outside and just watch the trees sway, or, you know, just using my senses to draw me into my body and root me, has been a lifesaver during during all of this year and before, but for sure all of this year.
Right.
Yeah. It's simplicity.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I remember when Denise explained to me, or told me, or how she presented it to me, that some of us ground in our heads. And not that the head is a bad place, but because that's where I ground, I have spent a lifetime in my head. And really not thinking that my worry, my anxiety, my planning, my anticipating, all that stuff is what was grounding me. If I could get control of all of that.
Yeah.
And so really the lesson for me has been not to try to shift where I ground, but to really let where I land when I'm feeling overwhelming feelings, or a little bit of anxiety come up or something, not then to run away with it, with the why is this happening? You know, oh my God, I'm still here. I haven't changed at all. You know, whatever we do with it, or make plans, you know, to fix it. How do I fix it? And that you can simply pick up by simply picking up your fork with your food on it, you know, reaching for something, by when I notice my head's running away with me, if I can bring myself just back down to this, because this is, this is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And even down to wiggling your toes or something. I mean, it's incredible. Because I have also grounded all of my life in my head, um, it is just interesting as I move through these last few years with you, working more with the body, how that can balance things out a lot more. And I actually find pleasure in the really small things now, when I used to just completely miss them.
Right.
And it's a tool in my toolbox to deal with stuff.
And it's been a freaking lifesaver for me during this COVID-19 stuff,
Mm-hmm.
with the stay at home and, because it does start to feel like Groundhog Day. And so how do I connect to each day being the same? The same, I get up, I do this, I do that, and how easy it is to numb out in that kind of living.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm so grateful for my tomato plants that aren't doing that well in northern New Mexico. But the fact that I have something to tend to, that I can water, that I can, I could drink a glass of water the way I tend to my tomatoes. Could I? And it adds, it's added a depth to my life to be able to use, that when I feel that sort of, God, I got to get out of here. I got to go do something. Will I ever be able to do anything again? Which is all in my head. We have no idea.
Yeah.
Just to come back to the feelings about what we're going through, and sit with those and let that actually be the opening point for, and there's a whole universe right here in front of me.
Yeah.
That's inviting me to be part of it.
Wow. That could be a good ending note, because that was beautiful, and I agree. So, yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Until the next time.
Yes. Thank you, Steph.
Thank you, Sarah. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good July.